everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Allie, and in today's video we are going to go over a few crystals that can really help you align with your chakras. So I do have a few crystals picked out. Some I have like two for a certain chakra that I just love to talk about and that I love to work with as well. But we're definitely going to go over a little bit about each chakra, but we're going to go more into depth about the crystal in particular and why it's so important to use crystals while you are trying to get into balance with your chakras. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the crown chakra first. So with the crown chakra, this is really opening your channels to the divine. Just having more a sense of, really understanding the spiritual realms and really kind of diving deep into just having more of like a sense of belonging and like your connection here on earth as well, but also having that higher power and higher awareness of the universe and really connecting with spirit guides and such of that nature. So the color of crown chakra is either violet or it can be clear. So the crystal that I picked that I really like to work with, and I might be saying these crystals wrong, but we're gonna try our best. But I feel like this one is called Lepidolite. I really love this crystal so much. I just love how the texture of it and everything. It's very smooth. Obviously if you have more raw ones, it probably won't be like as smooth or whatever, but you could definitely tell that this does have some polish to it for sure. But I love this crystal. Like I said, for your crown chakra, so I mean, you can place it on your head, you don't have to, but you could also just hold it in your hand while you meditate and just try to connect with it as best as you can. But for Lepidolite, this one is overall a very calming and healing crystal to really help any emotional stress. So if you deal with any depression, anxiety, or just stress overall, this crystal in particular is really good to work with. Physically, it actually works on your glands and your immune system. So not only do the crystals work with like your spiritual side of things, it does emotional and physical and mental. So for physical, definitely helps with your glands and immune system. And for also it helps desensitize your nervous system. I'm trying to like remember everything that I've learned so far about this crystal, but it basically it helps with your nervous system. So that's how it's really aiding and helping with easing the stress and anxiety and depression if you have any problems with those. But it definitely could also, for like a more spiritual side of things, it's actually really good for dream work. If you have any nightmares, this crystal is really good to put underneath your pillow. It could definitely help ease those nightmares and just kind of give you a more I don't know, because I feel like no matter what crystals that I'd be using for dream work, sometimes like I still get like crazy dreams, not like nightmares per se, but just like really wild dreams where I'm waking up like, why did I dream about that? But it definitely will help you have a better understanding of that dream, if that makes sense. So I really love it for that. And for like an emotional, because it does really help with emotional stress, but just overall it's gonna really enhance love and patience, because not only is this one good for the crown chakra, it's actually good for the heart chakra as well too. So depending on how you connect with your crystal, which one seems like it would be the right fit for you, this one I just really love for the crown chakra. I also have anxiety and depression, so this one in particular is like my best friend. And then overall for like mentally, it actually helps you stimulate more of like your intellect, and actually gives you more encouragement to kind of go after and give you a little more pep in your step to kind of just do more research and do more things that makes you really want to expand your mind and open it up more. It makes sense for the crown chakra. But yeah, obviously I would really love to use this one during meditation in particular, because it's just really going to cleanse your aura. If you are having an overall aura is just a little fuzzy and not clear, it definitely will help clear that up if you are dealing with a lot of emotional stress, for sure. But again, this is Lepidolite, so if you want to pick this one up, I highly recommend it. It is very awesome. But let's get into your third eye next. All right, next we are going to talk about the third eye. So that one, the color is indigo, and it basically helps you with your intuition and sense of perception and overall awareness. So we'll get into crystals that I really love to use for this chakra. My favorite crystal of all time is Labradorite, and I know it's so big. I love it so much. It is my favorite crystal ever, so I had to get a huge one. Obviously, you don't need a big crystal if you don't want to, because I have a bunch of little small Labradorites, but I absolutely love this one a lot. But overall, Labradorite really is good for helping you aid with your intuition, like I was saying. It illuminates our spiritual path, and to really help us get on more of like our personal enlightenment, like spiritual and personal enlightenment, but overall really making sure that is kind of like clearing those pathways. It is giving our ability to just really overall enhance our focus, and any personal issues that are going on, it will definitely kind of gain that focus all in one. And any outside influencers, it will like push it away. It'd be like, no, if you know this is what this means. So as far as like intuition and believing your intuition, like it's like, no, like if this is how you're feeling, then this is right. All those other people out there that are saying this, don't believe them, type of thing. It's a very good protective stone. It really helps kind of cleanse your aura field overall, because it just has so many different like colors in it. But it definitely will help you kind of uncover your unconscious and subconscious beliefs, patterns, and it definitely helps in aiding relationships of any kind. So whether that is, you know, partnerships, friendships, or even like spirit guides, it could definitely help you heal certain relationships and having a better connection with those people overall. So Labradorite, this is I'm telling you, this is like one of my favorite crystals ever. Obviously I was very drawn to it by like the shimmer and the colors of it, but once I like really like dove deep into like what it like truly meant, I was like, yeah, definitely, because it really does help me, obviously help with my intuition, but like giving you that overall enhancement on your psychic gifts and like what that is for you in particular. But another one that also is really good for your third eye is Kyanite. I have it in a necklace form. I really love wearing this necklace, but it really helps remove any blockages, cutting away any negative thought patterns that could be weighing you down. So this could be because of anxiety or depression in particular. It really does also enhance any psychic gifts, whether you're clairvoyant, or if you are trying to like enhance your telepathy, it really can help aid with that overall too. Kyanite actually has a lot of like physical things that it does for the body. It can really help with fevers and high blood pressure. So anywhere in the part of your body where it feels like hot, it can definitely help cool that down for you. So I think that's really cool that it can do that. It also can help with any like stiffness in your neck area, because kyanite is one that can help with not only your third eye but your throat. And same thing for labradorite. It definitely helps with third eye and the throat chakra as well. But this one has a lot of more physical things that it can help with in particular. That was an airplane. But another thing that it can help heal is your ears and your throat too, since I said that it definitely helps with that, and obviously that's in the middle here. But that is just the two crystals that I really love to connect with for the third eye. So definitely can pick those up if you're interested in those at your local store. But let's get on into the throat chakra. All right, next we are moving on to the throat chakra. So when using crystals to activate your throat chakra, it's going to be really good to help with overall communication, expression of self, and just overall peace and understanding as well. So a crystal that I like to work with to activate my throat chakra is Celestite. This one's a very pretty raw one. I love it so much. Celestite is really used to have really good communication overall, but especially with your spirit guides. And it also really helps to enhance your overall psychic gifts. So especially if you're clairvoyant, it kind of definitely helps with that, and helps with any types of visionary skills as well, to help you kind of gain more of understanding of yourself and the universe around you. Like I said, it's really good for communicating with guardian angels and just really expanding your awareness overall to higher dimensions, to really having that full connection is what I'm trying to say. It's like words, Allie. How do you talk? But yeah, overall with that, it is also a really good crystal for empaths in particular, for people that deal with like inner conflict and have a lot of outside influences. It definitely can aid more into really kind of protecting your energy in that way. In a physical way, it definitely can lower your blood pressure, and it kind of eases any stomach issues. It also helps with your nervous system as well too. So that's pretty cool that it has that physical aspect of it. But overall, it's just a very calming crystal. It's definitely going to make you feel more harmonious and more open to new ideas, and just being able to have better conversations with people and have those conversations flow a lot easier. So that's definitely one crystal that I love to help with the throat chakra. You should definitely check it out. And if you really are trying to have a better connection with spirit guides, that one is one I would highly recommend as well too. So with that being said, we are definitely going to move on to the heart chakra next. All right, moving on to the heart chakra, which typically those colors are green and pink. So I actually just learned this because I knew like those colors like were for the heart chakra, but I read somewhere that green is really good for the upper part of the heart to help with unconditional love, and pink is for the bottom, or like the lower part of the heart, that helps with human love. And I just thought that was so interesting. I was like, yeah, I know that there's green and that there's pink that help with heart chakra, but I just thought that they both kind of just did the same thing. And I guess they do, you know what I'm saying, overall, because each crystal is going to be different. But I just thought that was really cool. But I do have a green and pink crystal to kind of show off. So the first one, this one is called Diopside. I hope I'm saying that right. I just recently found out about this crystal and I absolutely love it. It is a really good crystal that is going to help you connect more with Mother Nature and also the fairy realm if you're into that. But it definitely is overall soothing for the emotional body, helping you connect more with the unconditional love for yourself and nature and people around you, of course. It is really good to use after any type of chronic illness. It honestly helps with a lot of different things. It helps with anxiety, it helps with sleep, it helps with trauma, it helps with like asthma, like bronchitis. Like it has like multiple physical things that it kind of like aids with there. But overall, it's just really gonna give you oh my gosh, give you this loving energy, and also this like kind of renewal energy to really overall just make you feel more centered and calm. Pretty much overall what that does. But I really love connecting with this one, especially when I am out in nature. Like if I know that I'm gonna be outside, I love wearing this crystal like on hikes and stuff like that. So whenever I found this in like a necklace form, I was like, I'm gonna get that for sure. So this is Diopside. Again, I really don't know if I'm saying it right, but I love it. And then the next one I have is Rhodonite. This one is a little different. It has lots of pinks, but then has some black and some like tan colors in there. And I don't know, like each Rhodonite is honestly different. Some I find are more pink than others. I have a smaller version and that one is more pink and actually has like a little bit of green in it. So it has like the pink and the green. But this one is really good for assisting and developing like kind of more of like a mature emotional state of mind. I'm just giving you overall strength and universal love and compassion all together. It definitely helps discover and develop like lost hidden talent. So if you kind of like suppressed certain talents, or you kind of like lost certain talents since like childhood or just had been a few years, this will definitely kind of help aid you in kind of connecting more with your heart center and doing things that you love for yourself, that maybe you forgot that you had loved doing. So that's super cool. Overall, definitely it can help support through some really hard times. If you're going through a lot of uncertainty, or if you're going through like big transformations, it really helps through that. It also just helps more of any type of negative state of mind, or if you have a lot of anxiety, it definitely helps with that too. I also really like to use this one for dream work. I find that my phone had stopped recording, but the last thing I was going to say about Rhodonite was that it was really good for dream work. I really like to put this one underneath my pillow if I'm just having a lot of dreams that aren't making sense and I just want a better overall understanding of that dream. I will definitely use Rhodonite. I found that Rhodonite and the Lepidolite that I talked about for the crown chakra are really good ones for dream work in particular. But with that being said, we're going to move on to the solar plexus next. All right, next we are going to move on to the solar plexus chakra, which is located between your navel and your diaphragm. The solar plexus chakra is, when you really activate this and balance it, it really is going to help you overall with feeling more joyful, having a lot of self-confidence, self-reliance, stuff like that, really staying true in your power. So the crystal I like to really work with that is orange calcite. This crystal could actually help with your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra. I really like to use it with my solar plexus because it really helps store a lot of creativity, and it encourages a lot of healing and strengthening. And then for like a physical aspect, it actually really helps strengthen your bones. It helps strengthen and stimulate your metabolism, and it also helps with your immune system as well too. So all of those are really good to help heal and everything. And then overall, since it does help with sacral and root, it is really good to help treat any sexual organs and also to help any digestive systems too. I really do love this because it overall does bring a lot of spiritual awareness and growth to the person that uses it to help with the solar plexus chakra. And it does really help me stay feeling positive and more stable as well. And then other crystals that you could use to help with this chakra that I really love, but actually don't know where my citrine is. I definitely would have talked about citrine in this video, but citrine is another really good one, and tiger's eye is also a really good one. Those two are really good to really help you gain confidence. Alrighty, the next chakra we're going to talk about is the sacral chakra, and this one is going to be right below your navel. With the sacral chakra, the color is orange, and it definitely helps enhance creativity. It really talks about enhancing pleasure and sensuality and exploration in those senses. And one of the most famous crystals to work with is carnelian. It looks like this. This is a raw form of one. I really like a lot of raw crystals. So I like a lot of polished ones too, but I really like the raw forms of the crystals. But anyways, carnelian overall is going to really help enhance any courage and confidence for yourself to really go after the things that you desire, the things that inspire you. And it also really helps with overall protection too, from any like hatred and any like enemies that you may have. It definitely helps give you that overall protection there. Like I said, it's definitely a creative energy. A lot of people that are trying to have babies will use carnelian to try to get pregnant, so it definitely enhances fertility. It definitely also can help with just kind of grounding overall thoughts and emotions there too. Oops. It could definitely help with any anxiety and depression by banishing any negative thought patterns in that sense. Especially if you suffer from any type of fears, or if you have been, you know, harmed in any way as far as like physical or emotional abuse. It definitely can overall help heal those energies as well too. So I really love carnelian. Like I keep dropping it. It's super awesome to work with. I said it's a really popular one to work with, I will say. Other ones you could work with are like red jasper, copper, and amber as well for the sacral chakra too, if you're interested in those as well. But carnelian is definitely number one for me. But let's move on to the root chakra next. All right, last but not least, the root chakra. This color is typically red, but there are a lot of crystals that aren't red that actually help with this too. So there is, of course, all the jaspers, ruby, garnet are all red, but also black tourmaline can also really help with your root chakra. And obsidian, which those two are black crystals. And then one we're going to talk about is the Smokey quartz, which this was my favorite to work with the root chakra. But with crystal healing, it helps with physical energy levels, so fitness and just staying really grounded, and also helping with like practicality as well. But overall, this crystal Smokey quartz is very protective and stabilizing crystal, helping with protecting any fundamental energies. It brings you like more safely back to like the earth if you're just feeling super ungrounded and getting caught with like other thoughts. Will kind of bring you back more to reality. And then it also helps with a lot of clarity and thought, and you know, very supportive. And if you're having a lot of contemplation, you know, kind of going back and forth about a lot of things, Definitely, if you are wanting to have your dreams kind of be brought more into reality, this is definitely another crystal that makes things very practical and also makes things having you more just in touch with reality overall. It definitely also enhances survival instincts by kind of neutralizing your over emotional states at times as well. For like a physical aspect, it does relieve a lot of headaches. It also helps with congestion of the intestines, and then since we're talking about root chakra, it helps with help heal like your legs and your feet as well too. Also really good for any muscular cramps, so that's also something to keep in mind as well. And then overall, I just love this crystal. It does also help you connect with your spirit guides as well too. I'm pretty sure Smoky Quartz does, but I just, yeah, I love Smoky Quartz a lot. That's why I have it as a necklace. My friend Vala actually gave me that one, so shout out to her. But yeah, I think that we made it all through the 7 chakras, and thank you if you watched the whole thing. I really hope that this all helped you and benefited you in some way. I definitely will talk more about other crystals that I'm interested in, but these ones I felt were like super important and ones that have a lot of meaning to me, so I felt the need to share the information that I do have on them. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and comment if you would like. I definitely want to make more videos like this in the future, so definitely stay tuned. But bye, I'll see you next time.